Well, hi, friends. I've had the opportunity recently to be in some different situations to be able to talk about what is the church's main thing and how do we keep the main thing the main thing. Jesus, before he ascended into heaven, told his disciples that all authority in heaven and on earth have been given to him. Go therefore and make disciples, that is, apprentices, students who are following every word of the Master, who are really trying to be like Jesus. And of course, he was going to send us the Holy Spirit, so this wasn't a matter of gritting our teeth and trying harder, but entering into this whole new life of being reconciled to God through what Christ has done by his dying for the forgiveness of sins and rising to bring us into newness of life in the Holy Spirit. And before he ascended, he was saying, go and make disciples of all, baptizing them in the name of the Holy Trinity, teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you. And this is what's called the Missionary Mandate. Pope St. John Paul made it very clear that this is permanently valid, that missionary mandate that Christ commanded us as church to continue is our responsibility. And it's all of our responsibility. It's not just for religious orders that are missionary orders. It's for all clergy, all religious, and all the laity. It's one of the two universal callings of the baptized. Christ himself calls you and I to be involved with the mission of proclaiming him through both the witness of our lives, holy lives. Even though we're sinners by grace, he continues to transform us. And also he calls us to mission, to evangelize, to proclaim him personally, to share with others how Jesus has changed my life, and he can change yours. So this has been a challenging time, and we have to stay on mission. We have to learn to keep the main thing, and it's a very difficult challenge for dioceses and parishes to stay on mission because things are shrinking in certain respects. We're seeing the need to merge parishes together. There's lack of funding. There's lower attendance after COVID for many parishes. So it's a challenging time. And what we really need to do is be called back to be on mission, which means we need to ask God for grace, whether we're at the chancery level of a diocese or archdiocese or parishes. We need to cry out, as is the antiphon for Advent, stir up your power, Lord, and come. We need him to lead us with grace. And in these challenging times, Christ's life has tried to be true to the mission. So when we had lockdowns going on a couple years ago, year and a half, we felt like we needed to release all of our videos for free. That was part of our income, but we felt like, no, the mission is what's essential. So we want to proclaim the word when it's convenient as well as when it's inconvenient. And we're delighted to say that several thousand video rentals have occurred for Discovering Christ, which means that many more than just several thousand persons, individuals have watched it, because a lot of parishes were using it, as well as small groups, men's groups, women's groups using it. So it's been a great way of adding to the means of us evangelizing. And we're thrilled that both parishes as well as different small groups as well as movements are starting to use this in a variety of ways, both in person now again, as well as in hybrid situations of in person with video formats for those who can't make it or are distant, from that parish. So that's been a thrill. We're also at a point in terms of the mission where we're just about to finish the Spanish translation of Following Christ, so that we will be able to have Latinos, our Spanish-speaking brothers and sisters, have Discovering Christ as well as Following Christ. So that will be completed soon. We continue to work on being able to help support brothers and sisters as they go on beyond the Christ life relational process and being able to grow in holiness and on mission. So there's more to be shared about that. Also, we're working on increasing the quality of our training with a digital teaching platform, and there'll be news coming soon about our website. So a lot happening. So listen, here's what I want to ask you, is those of you who are our partners in mission, and I mean partners in terms of you're on the ground where you live, and you're having the opportunity to use the Christ Life series. So that's one of the partnerships, and many of you support us financially. And we have this great opportunity. $50,000 has been offered to us by some brothers and sisters as a matching grant. So if you and others will be able to join us, we could potentially by the end of the year have $100,000 raised to help us with the new initiatives that we want to provide for our partnership in mission. So please give some thought, some prayer to possibly donating to Christ Life. It would mean a ton to us, and we just so much want to be able to advance the mission that Christ has given all of us, and to be more and more effective at doing it. So would you think and pray about it? And we are praying that this Advent season will be a time of you drawing closer to the Lord, opening up more fully to the Holy Spirit, looking for divine appointments to share his love with those around you. God bless you.